And from Classic Lanes in Greenfield, this is the 2022 Wisconsin High School Mixed Doubles Championship. Thanks for joining us this afternoon, everybody. I'm $2 Phil Brylow here with you from Classic Lanes in Greenfield. We're down to our final four teams for this edition of the High School Mixed Doubles Championship. Your first match, you're going to see teams from Indian Trail and Racine Park battling it out. Our number 1 and number 4 seeds taking care of business. Then you'll see our number 3 seeds and number 2 seeds from Kenosha Tremper battling as well. And after those 2 opening matches are done, we will get into our championship match. So it'll be just a moment here. We will get our players ready to roll here for that opening match. Join us back here in just a moment. While you guys are waiting, if you guys want to sit down here, kind of stay off to the side of the cameras there, it's appreciated. So you're not blocking shots. And we'll get you going in just a moment. Oh, listen to the fans still hanging out here all day. Indian Trail, Racine Park, getting ready to battle here at Classic Lanes in Greenfield. Ashlee Murawski leading things off. A senior from Indian Trail. I've seen her on quite a few of our live streams, the whole Murawski family over the years. Good ball on target line, scrambles it up. And a beautiful start. Started things off. Ryan May for Racine Park, and how about that? Great toss there. Let's take a look at that for May. There you see, right down the target line, second arrow. The ball on the Classic Lanes Greenfield house pattern. So, but even with the house pattern here at Classic Lanes, you get a bunch of different styles of bowling going on all day. We'll talk about it a little bit more with Danielle. Christopherson hit lane 5 for Racine Park, looking to go break up that split, which she does. And let's take a look again at that replay. Pretty basic to the line. Elbow just comes over the top a little early. Lucky enough for Danielle to take down. corner pin. Just the 10-pin remains. Try to convert. Switch to polyester, always a smart way to do it. And the cover is made by Christopherson. Travis Weber up, junior for Indian Trail. Looking to get an opening double on the way, which he does successfully. Take a peek at that replay with Weber. Long strides to the line. Gets it to happen. Away it goes. And the opening lead of 10 pins, looking to get it to 20 for Indian Trail. Big aggressive follow through. Ball hits up, rolls up nicely. And let's take a replay of that for Murawski. You see, easy to the line, but that aggressive follow through, making things happen, and takes it down. An early 20-pin lead for Indian Trail. With Mai stepping up the third frame. And that one, boy, let's take a look at the replay here. Yeah, we're not going to get a replay on that one. Two, 4, 5, though, never an easy combination to pick up. I don't care if it's a house pattern like we're bowling on, sport pattern. So many ways to leave multiple pins on the deck, and that needs some help. And the open frame for May. Big early hole for Racine Park. Our winning team here today, once we're all done with our 3 live stream matches, you're going to have $125 in Visa gift cards for each player and H5G Brands custom jersey valued at $85. And custom medals and plaques for their schools. And trouble again for Christopherson. Take a look at the replay here. Once again, that maybe a little elbow, maybe a little nerves just getting her early. She's going to take her time here on the spare. Once again, goes with the polyester ball. Smart way to do it. More, I don't see hardly any young players getting away from polyester, but that one leaked right early, and with the, even though it's not a lot of oil. On the outside of a house pattern, polyester still, it doesn't take much to get it to keep sliding. Off to the right. Weber, as we mentioned earlier, junior, threw his first 300 at middle school state when he was 12 years old. And there is a front 4. For Indian Trail. Take a look at this toss by Weber. That foot sliding right about 35. Not quite into the left gutter yet, keeping it a really tight line down the lane. And a nice toss as we look for the front 5 for Indian Trail. Needs to kick out the 7, just enough of the 7. How about that for Murawski? Take a look at this on the replay. And our Indian Trail, our leading qualifiers today, averaged just under 210 on the day to get to that #1 seed. So they bypassed the semifinals, got themselves right into the championship match. Meanwhile, Racine Park got taken out to 5 games by another team from Indian Trail. So they're going right from one Indian Trail frying pan into the fire. Take a look at the replay here for May. Tattoo's second arrow. 5 does the job on the 10. And let's see what Christopherson can do here. Senior at Racine Park. Last year, second place in singles for a district before state. And how about that for a toss by Christopherson? Take a look here. We'll take a look, honestly. Here she goes. Ball. Not a lot of hook in the back end, but it's not about how much it hooks. It's about where it rolls. As Weber looking to keep the pursuit of perfection alive. And he does. Front 6. Take a look at that. Great toss by Weber. That nice loaded backswing brings it down. 10 back in the pit. No doubter there. Can we get the front 7? Can Murawski do it? She likes it. 6 does just enough of a job on the 10. And once again, the Bowlers Headquarters Perfect Game Award for our live streams is in play. If a perfect game is thrown in a singles or Baker doubles competition, Bowlers Headquarters, 92nd in Oklahoma and Milwaukee, will award a Brunswick or Ebonite Performance bowling ball to each player involved in that 300. May recently 5th at Youth State last year with a 7-13 series. And let's take a look where that one just kind of hanging. You see right there, he was tattooing second arrow earlier. That one about 8th board instead. And the release wasn't exactly one of his best. But they kind of have the feeling right now with May and Christopherson that it's long gone and long done for. Get out of here looking as good as you can. Quality conversion there by May. Let's see what Christopherson can do. She's looking to get back-to-back strikes for herself on lane 5. Nice crowd still here. 32 teams, full field here today at Classic Lanes Greenfield to start us off a little earlier today, and that was just a little bit of slow ball speed. You see for Christopherson. She says if she could bowl one game with any living person, who would it be? She goes, my parents, because they've never bowled with her yet. I find that most kids come out of bowling families, but as they keep going into high school, but Christopherson's taking this up in high school. And she's made rapid improvement in a short period of time. Well, match in hand, you're going to see Indian Trail in the championship match. That's a no-doubter. It's just a matter of what score can they put up to intimidate the other teams from Kenosha Tremper High School in this semifinal match. Weber's bowling idols, his dad and Norm Duke. And there we go, front 8. Take a look at this toss by Travis Weber. And we lost the replay. Let's get back to the action. Murawski looking for front 9, and the 6 can't do the job on the 10. Tough break there for Murawski as they were looking to get one of the first 300s we've had on our high school bowling events over the years, whether it was back in the day on Time Warner Cable, Spectrum Sports, or here on our recent live streams over the past several seasons. No problem on the cover. So here we go, last toss in the semifinal match here for May. Looking to go out with a bang. And there he goes. Hey, if you can't win, go out with a bang. It's like getting a birdie on the 18th fairway. And let's see what Christopherson can do here in the 10th frame. And the 10-pin stands in defiance. So max score now, 177. For Racine Park, but a heck of an effort. They're going to take home $40 in Visa gift cards each, a $25 H5G Brands gift certificate, and a third place medal in the event, thanks to Trophy Athletic on Martin Luther King Drive in Milwaukee. And that's going to take score down a bit. No major loss, 165. And now a little area check there for Weber, not the end of the world. Oh, apparently I got to find out a little bit more about that wager. Apparently Murawski was going to get a buzz cut if he were to punch out in the 10th. I mean, I've seen it where, you know, somebody's got to buy lunch on a Baker 279, but sacrificing the hair? You'll see Indian Trail in the championship match. We've got two teams from Kenosha, Tremper coming up next, our 2 and 3 seeds. And while Tremper is making their way to the lanes, just want to thank our sponsors for today. We always have BowlerX.com. They've always been great sponsors throughout the years. Our big sponsor today, H5GBrands.com. Wear what the PBA pros wear, and thank them for all the jersey awards they are giving throughout our high school bowling season. And also PBA Junior. All 8 of these players you're going to see in the finals today are receiving a 1-year membership in the PBA Junior program. If you haven't checked it out for your youth player that's in high school or younger, check it out. Even if they're not scratch bowlers yet, they can get some great benefits out of the PBA Junior program. Check it out at PBA.com. Tremper v. Tremper coming up momentarily. All right, while our Tremper bowlers are getting things underway with their 6 minutes of practice, let's let you know what's going on here at Classic Lanes Greenfield. And right now, New Year's Eve at CLG. That's right, all kinds of packages going on here. At Classic Lanes Greenfield. Check out the New Year's Eve specials. Hey, check out everything going on here at Classic Lanes Greenfield. They got a nice fun event here January 21st with a practice Milwaukee City tournament squad starting at 1 o'clock. Live music that night with Speakeasy. Yeah, if you haven't liked Classic Lanes Greenfield already on Facebook, what are you waiting for? Make it happen. Otherwise, check them out, ClassicLanesGreenfield.com. This is the end of our live streaming this week from Classic Lanes Greenfield, as coming up on Friday, December 30th, our 13th annual Midwinter High School Classic, fully sold out field. 16 boys teams, 8 girls teams will be taking the lanes in qualifying and match play battles before we will get to our final 2 teams on the live streams. We'll have those for you Friday evening. Should be starting roughly about 6 p.m. on Friday. And, of course, you can always catch the archives of the 10 on the Deck live streamed events at 10onthedeck.com. About halfway through the, just past halfway through the practice. And thank goodness all these young players have their stylish jerseys with their names on the back, because got to make sure of our teams here. Our number 2 seed, you see with Lewis and Kantola. Your number 3 seed coming in from Kenosha Tremper, Varvil and Graham. So we'll differentiate those on the scoreboards for you, because having KT versus KT ain't going to cut it. So we'll go with initials from both players added to the team, so that way you can follow your favorite Kenosha Tremper player properly. Something tells me this may end up being on the TV sets at Sheridan Lanes tonight. Griffin family taking care of business down there. Host center for Kenosha Tremper. Indian Trail host center GRC in Kenosha. And, of course, Racine Park, you saw earlier, their host center. Castle Lanes and Racine. We're glad to be here at Classic Lanes Greenfield. We'll be underway with our match number 2 for our semifinals in just a minute. Any questions, just don't feel free to run up there and I'll turn down the commentary. All right, it's every commentator's worst nightmare. Two teams in the same school bowling each other, but we'll keep this as straight as we possibly can. Here we go. We're going to fire it off. Artyom Varvil is going to start things off for his team from Kenosha Tremper with the mixed doubles. His partner, Kristyn Graham. And the other Tremper team, Brendan Kantola and Caroline Lewis. And Varvil. Ripper of a ring 10. Take a look at that replay. There you see, once again, these young players, house parents, they know second arrow is their friend. And no problem with the cover for Varvil. As we go over to the team of Lewis and Kantola. Lewis starting things off. Lewis, senior this year. And back in her middle school state days, she won at middle school state with her team. How about that great toss to start with for Lewis? And now Kantola stepping up, looking for the opening double for his team. Kantola Jr. didn't seem too happy with that release. And how about that tomahawk? Of the 6-pin onto the 10. Look at that toss. 6 does the job on the 10. And now over to Kristyn Graham. Graham, a junior. And how about that? Look at the wiggle and jiggle, and it just doesn't go for Graham. And boy, that 4-pin hits it and just doesn't quite do the job. And the cover by Graham. Back to Varvil. Hey, here's the prize. Somebody's favorite player for a young man is Jason Belmonte. Varvil and Graham took out the team from Waukesha North in the semifinal round. North took them out to a 5th game, but a big 230 out of Varvil and Graham got them into this match. And the chop. Let's see what Lewis can do here. Lewis on Sunday mornings, when she's not bowling, you can usually find her at work, and she's working the pins right now. Quality toss by Lewis. Take a look at that on the replay. The deep knee bend, getting that ball through. And that ball posts up, 10 back. And a no-doubter there. Get into Kantola. We saw a front 8 last game. Out of Indian Trail, we got a front 4 here out of one of the Kenosha Tremper teams. Replay of Kantola's effort in the 5th frame. You see that slightly bent elbow for Kantola. And right there, Lewis not happy with that effort at all. Nice opening of the shoulders, closes through nice, but just a little over the top with the thumb. And that ball just a little bit of a spin biscuit going down the lane. That's going to need some help. You get 3, she gets it. And now up to Varvil. Trying to come back off that open frame with the chop in the third. One place Varvil would love to go to, Dubai. Maybe we can give Tom Hess a call, give him some tourist trap destinations, of course. A couple of years ago, World Senior Championships in Dubai, Tom Hess taking down that gold medal for the U.S. as we take a look at the replay for Varvil. That ball just a little too direct through the front part of the lane, reads early. And the 4-pin stands in defiance of Varvil. Dead on the cover. But a long way back early on for the team of Varvil and Graham. Now it's up to Caroline Lewis to keep the string going for her team with Kantola. Good bowling aisles to have for Lewis. Chris Prather, Kim Terrell-Kearney, and Daria Payuk. And kind of Payuk-esque there on that strike for Lewis. Of course, Payuk has gotten away from, since junior leagues, from ever using those wrist supports. We're seeing more and more young ladies getting away from those as well. We'll see if someday that happens for Lewis. Right now, Kantola looking for the front half. And yeah, just not a good looking shot off the hand. Let's take a look at the replay here for Kantola. You just see that ball. You just see balance way off. Falls way to the right into the oil. No chance. He's lucky he didn't leave the 5 with the 8 or worse. And keeps it clean for his team. And a big lead for Lewis and Kantola. Meanwhile, Graham stepping up for Tremper. It's not over yet, but it's going to start taking a bunch of strikes to make something happen. And she's got to do that here. And that's a great way to start. She tanned the hide on those pins because on Sundays, when she's not working, you'll find her working at Soleil Tanning Salon. So give you a good plug there, Soleil. Let's see what Varvil can do here in the 7th frame. Just enough of a tickle down. Wasn't quite sure if the head pin or the 5 was going to get to that 7-pin. There you see direct line, all these young players. Second arrow's their friend today on this Classic Lanes house pattern. Lewis, part of the team that squeaked by Racine Case 3 games to 2 in that semifinal matchup. 210 to 204, the deciding game. Big shots by both players in the 9th and 10th frame of that match to take care of business and get into this semifinal against their fellow Kenosha Tremper team. Kantola looking to just keep piling it on, and once again, that's one of those shots where the concentration of oil in the middle of these patterns, if you're not a high rev player and you don't get a quality release on the bottom, that ball just doesn't have time to pick up polished surface on that ball. You see the amount of deflection Right now, smart move for that team. Get the one, move on. Keep the count. Their opponents should still get to 233 for Varvil and Graham. So you don't want to lose a lot of count here. If you're Kantola, he's giving it a shot, and that's going to lose the count. And this could be an issue, because now if they go spare strike or strike spare, they're going to leave themselves in the 220 range. Graham here looking to set up her teammate. Needs to work. Oh. And that might be enough to take him out of contention in this match. Watch this replay for Graham. Ball gets up to the pocket. Headpin goes to the sideboard and just kind of fights with the four. Nothing gets to it. They're not out of it yet. They can still get to 212 with a conversion here and striking out. Graham takes a scenic route at that spare. And they don't call us the foundation frame for no particular reason. It's definitely going to be needed here for Varvil. Ninth frame needs to hold, and it does. Quality toss by Varvil. Let's take a look at that replay. Labels second arrow. And we'll get back to the live action. Marks are fine right now. For the team of Lewis and Kantola. Quality cover. So 212, the maximum for Varvil and Graham. We've got a team from Indian Trail waiting in the wings, coming off a big game with Murawski and Weber. They'll take on the winner of this match. Solid counts needed. That's going to be trouble. Wow. I honestly thought that was going to be a mess for Kantola on that shot. That one pulled almost over third arrow. If that ball had 5 boards of total hook to it, I'd be surprised. But that's going to be enough. To get Kantola and Lewis into the championship match. So it's going to be our 1 and 2 seeds facing off after a day of competition. 8 games of Baker qualifying, those best of 5 match play matches. It's down to 2 teams from District 3A. Coming up in the championship up next. Kenosha Tremper, our number 2 seed, you see here with Lewis and Canton just finishing their game. Graham finishing out for the opponents. They're going to take home $40 in Visa gift cards, a $25 high five gear gift certificate, and 3rd place medals as they'll finish in the 190s. Indian Trail will get some practice. When they come back on, then Kenosha Tremper will get a couple of shots, and we'll be underway at the championship match here. From Classic Lanes Greenfield in just a few minutes. Once again, I want to thank our sponsors on the day. Classic Lanes Greenfield, High Five Gear, and H5G brands. Wear what the pros wear. H5G and PBA Junior. It's a great program. It doesn't matter if your youth player averages 220 or 20. All kinds of benefits you can get as a youth player by being part of that PBA Junior program. Sign up today at PBA.com. And practice upcoming. And our championship match between Kenosha Tremper and Indian Trail from Classic Lanes in Greenfield in this 2022 Wisconsin High School Mixed Doubles Championship. So there you see our top seeds. Indian Trail getting back on the championship pair for some practice. Once again, winner of this match is going to receive $125 Visa gift card for each team member. Each team member is also going to receive an H5G brand custom jersey valued at $85, a PBA Junior membership valued at $50, and a championship medal as well. Second place today is going to receive a $75 Visa gift card, a $25 gift certificate from H5G brands, and once again the $50 membership for PBA Junior for 2023. All 8 of our finalists will receive that membership from PBA Junior. I want to thank PBA Junior once again for all their help with our youth events coming up this week for high school. And once again, we want to thank our host here, Gina Dereshevsky, and her great staff here at Classic Lanes Greenfield. Still some opening. They're going fast. Don't wait for New Year's Eve here at Classic Lanes Greenfield. Packages starting at 11 a.m. going all the way through close. You get your lane. You get a shoe rental if you need it. 16-inch single topping pizza and a pitcher of domestic beer or soda with any of the rental lane packages for New Year's Eve. And there's all kinds of other great events going on here. Check out the band schedule as well, both on Facebook. If you haven't liked Classic Lanes Greenfield already, please do so. Or check them out at classiclanesgreenfield.com. So coming up, championship match. Number 2 seed Kenosha Tremper, number 1 seed Indian Trail coming up after just another minute or so of practice for Indian Trail, and then some shadow balls for Tremper as well. All right, last shadow balls here for Kenosha Tremper. Then we'll get the lane assignments complete. And we'll be underway with our championship match here with the big gift cards all on the line and the gold medals for this 2022 Wisconsin High School Mixed Doubles Championship. Oh, listen to these fans here inside of Classic Lanes Greenfield. They don't care about no stinking road trip home. They're here to cheer on their favorites, Indian Trail and Kenosha Tremper, battling it out for the championship here from Classic Lanes Greenfield. The senior Ashlee Murawski starting things off. For Indian Trail. Quality toss. by Murawski. Let's see if Lewis from Kenosha Tremper can match in the first frame. Oh, vicious. Ring 10. For Caroline Lewis, the senior out of Tremper. Look at that 10 wrap around. Oh, that did not miss by much. Take a look at that replay. At the 10 pin for Lewis, and yeah, if you're going to open a frame, make it the first, but you've seen the hot hand that Indian Trail's had all day long. And you can't afford to do that if you're Kenosha Tremper. Brandon Kantola needs some help. He's trying to play that real tight line. The shiny bowling ball, and it's just such a fine line for him the last few frames. Take a look at the replay for Kantola, and that ball never got right of 15, unfortunately. But right now, you don't want to give up the marks to a hot team like Indian Trail. And a quality cover by Kantola to keep his team close, but we saw the front eight in the semifinal match against Racine Park for Murawski and Weber. Weber looking to do that again here. And start off hot in game 2. There you see a nice loft out there. The confident swagger coming back. And let's take a look at that toss from start to finish for Travis Weber. That ball just roll up, face up nicely, and no doubter. 10 back for Weber. Verity Crawley, the idol for Murawski. And there we go. How about that? Indian Trail coming out hot once again here in a match. Front 8 in semifinal number 1. Front 3 only here, but they're going to keep building on that. Let's see what Caroline Lewis can do here. She could bowl one game. She'd want to throw strikes like that with Robert Pattinson, one of her favorite celebrities. And with quality tosses like this, you can see why for Lewis, as that ball faced up nicely and a no-doubter. And how about that for a break for Kantola? Oh, my. The 5 steps to the line, and that one just right about 13 at the arrows. That shiny bowling ball doesn't get a lot of back end, but it still works well for that shot for Kantola. Back to Weber. Looking for the front 4 for Indian Trail. Nope. Gave that one way too much hand. Take a look at the replay here for Weber and just watch him. This guy's foot sliding still right about 23, or pardon me, about 32, but yeah. Gave it too much, never got it to the right, and that was nothing but trouble. Fernando loves snowboarding on his Sundays during the winter if he's not on the lanes bowling. And Weber wants to go to Alaska someday, given the chance. I'd add that trip definitely to my own. Must-see list. Murawski just lacing the pocket again. Take a look at the 4 steps for that young lady to the line. She's not scared of fourth arrow. Not with the amount of power she's able to generate. Caroline Lewis would love to go to Italy, given the chance. And that's a beautiful shot there. The leaning tower of 10-pin for Lewis as we watch her replay of the 5th frame. And now it's up to Kantola. Keep bringing the string along. And keep Kenosha Tremper close in this championship match. Oh, and that's what happens sometimes with these tight lines. The ball just doesn't get a chance to make a big face into the pocket. And you'll just watch that 6-pin for Kantola. Watch the ball deflect off the head pin into the 3, and then the 3 deflects to 6. Oh, and then the whiff. And this could be lockjaws quickly for Indian Trail if they can pound on that 5th frame strike, get a couple more here in the 6th and 7th for Weber and Murawski. Talent for Weber that most people don't know he has is he can speak Korean. And unfortunately, comes up high on that shot. And the 3-6-10, lucky to take the 9 out for Weber, but still not the easiest of spares in a championship match. And that's the problem you see sometimes, even on house patterns, especially here at Classic Greenfield. There's enough oil on the outsides that you take a little hand out of it, it just has no chance to recover. And Weber slides behind the 3-pin. And now Indian Trail finds the lead only at 10 pins. No surprise though, Murawski stepping up again for her team. The young lady calls her dad her biggest influence on her bowling in his career, in her career, and probably his now is too. Lots of parents living vicariously through their kids in these high school competitions, and that one for Lewis just does not do much of anything. Take a look at the release here. Watch the elbow and the wrist, and you just see over the side of the ball quick, a little right as well, and it just has no chance. Once again, apologies on our replay machine this evening, having a little issue on occasion. No problem with the cover there for Lewis, but still 10 pins to deficit for Kenosha Tremper with a maximum score here of 226. Indian Trail 246, the maximum. And this is basically, Kantola's got to treat this like the foundation frame. They need this for Kenosha Tremper. He just tried to make sure that he didn't pull it in the puddle to lose carry. There you see right there that ball out in the track area, about 12th board, but then slowing it down and giving that ball time to hook. It hooked, and it overhooked. And Kantola's got to go for this at this point. Pin count can't be mattering on his mind. Staring it down. Any lucky bounce? Not going to happen. And now that's going to take the maximum game for Kenosha Tremper to 203. See what Weber can do here. Big loft for Weber. Big result on the back end as 10 back. Take a look at this replay for the young man from Indian Trail High School. Just lets that ball soft off the hand, even with all those revolutions. Now Murawski. 4 attempts so far this game, 4 strikes for Murawski, looking to almost lock it up, and oh my. An extra sigh of relief for Murawski on the way back as she was staring at potential trouble. But manages, you see right there, 2-pin off the sideboard. Still takes the 9 out. And with a spare here, it's just going to leave Indian Trail needing count in the 10th for victory at the most. There it is. Murawski with the cover. And it's mandatory strike mode now for Kenosha Tremper. Lewis in the 9th, Kantola in the 10th to get 203. And that could force a mark to win. Great toss there by Lewis. Never say die. Take a look at the replay. Compact 4 steps to the line. Little wobble with the heel, but still manages to come through, pack 10 back. And still a glimmer of hope for Kenosha Tremper. Problem is, Kantola's going to need all 3 in the 10th. And once again, he got that one out, gave it the room he thought it needs at this point in time to get proper finish on the bowling ball. That time, got it far enough to the right. That one you see 11th board at the arrows out to about 5th board at the break point. And that whiff really doesn't matter because it's just the victory walk and the victory tosses right now for Indian Trail High School. Travis Weber, Ashlee Murawski, that's more than enough. Obviously, they are your champions for this 2022 Wisconsin High School Mixed Doubles Championship. They're taking home the big prizes, $125 in Visa gift cards for each player. An H5G Brands jersey valued at $85, a $49.95 value PBA Junior membership for 2023. And the championship medal. 202 to 171, there's your champions from Indian Trail High School. Kenosha Tremper, hell of an effort. Runner-up, second place finishes. Once again, before we go, I want to thank our sponsors here with Classic Lanes Greenfield. With H5G Brands, wear what the PBA pros wear, h5g.com. And PBA Junior, if you haven't signed up for the PBA Junior program yet, doesn't matter if you average 220 or 20. If you're 17 or younger, you can get some valuable benefits from the PBA Junior program. Sign up today at pba.com. Your champions from Indian Trail for the 2022 Wisconsin High School Mixed Doubles Championship. Join us on Friday, once again here from Classic Lanes Greenfield, as we'll be bringing you the Midwinter Classics. We'll have our boys and girls finals starting roughly 5:30 p.m. here on Friday. Check it out once again at Classic Lanes Greenfield Facebook page and on the 10 on the Deck Productions YouTube channel. I'm $2 Phil Brillo. Hey, parents, take the kids bowling because you know they're going to have fun for life. And we'll see you Friday from Classic Lanes in Greenfield.